Welcome, collectors, and welcome to part 2 of the HO series of videos that I have decided to run on this channel, based on your feedback that many of you guys wanted to see. So in this video, I decided to show you the Shell gas station and tire and lubrication and service that is made by Menards. Lots of stuff going on here in this. It's kind of overwhelming when you first look at it, but that's what's so cool about having your layout, and every time you kind of look at it, you pick up something different. At least that's the intent on when people do train layouts. That's initially what caught my eye as a little boy when I would go see all these different train and holiday displays. It was so cool that every time you looked at it, you'd kind of pick up a little detail, and each little detail told a story what was going on each individual diorama or layout or whatever you'd like to call it. So essentially, since I can't show you guys my entire layout based on filming limitations and space limitations, in this series we're going to show you kind of the more intriguing, if you will, of the buildings and things that I have. So once again, like I said, this is the Menards Shell Tires, Lubrication, and Service Center in HO scale or 187 scale. Menards also offers this in O gauge, which is 148, 150 scale. So as you can see, it does plug in, and the Shell sign right here rotates. You can see all of these different LED lights which illuminate the building, the front of the facade, all the way around these different garage bays here and the side. Also, the top of the Shell tanks also have lights in them, which are really, really cool. You can see that here if I zoom in a little bit better. So it's really very, very interesting to see all those. And although it's kind of based on maybe just about a post-war or maybe into the 50s era, you still see service stations like this around today. So let's get on with some of the vehicles that I have. First off, this is a Shell gas tanker, which obviously you would expect to see at a Shell gas station. This was released in about 2000, give or take a couple years. This is from the Matchbox Ultra collection, from the Matchbox Collectors era. A very well done truck, as you can see. I believe these retailed for about $15 or $20 when they came out, and it's so old that I can remember vividly to this day purchasing this from the old KB toy stores, and it's a shame that they are no longer around. But it had a die-cast metal chassis, rubber tires, as you can see, and the Shell decos on the Mack CH600 tractor. And you can see the mirrors with antennas as well, all finely detailed, and realistic tires and hubs too. There's the fifth wheel. So that is the tractor. Here is the trailer, which is equally as interesting to look at, very highly detailed. You can see the warning placard for 1203 gasoline, no smoking on the side. The mud flaps here are rubber and flexible. On the back, this vehicle stops at all railroad crossings, which again, I apologize that that's a little bit blurry and difficult to make out. That's a little better. Again, the Shell mud flaps are rubber as well. Here's the other side. So a very finely detailed trailer that obviously is right at home in front of a Shell gas station. Next vehicle I have is a River Point Station Ford dually. I believe this is a Ford F350. There's the dual wheel. Again, I apologize about the horrible focusing of this camera. These are really nice trucks. Again, in my opinion, on the pricey side for what you get. All plastic with some rubber tires. But if you're a fan of Ford trucks, then it's an easy buy to have one or two of these on your layout. Many different body styles that are offered, from mini pumpers to obviously standard pickup trucks to some maintenance of way vehicles, bucket trucks. Many different options from River Point Station. Next is an oldie but goodie that again you still see on many roads. This is an old Honda Accord. I believe this was made by Model Power. I could be mistaken. part of their Cherries series. They made a bunch of old cars. And license plate there says 1982. And again, you have the Honda badge on the front. Nice little car. Make a great starter for perhaps a 16-year-old as their first vehicle. Okay, next we have a Ford Focus 4-door. This is made by a German company. I don't recall the name. And if you have the hatchback version of the Ford Focus, they're pretty hard to come by, at least here in the States. I actually don't have one yet, but the 4-door version of the Focus is pretty easy to find. Not the best detail, but overall, if you want to if you want a version of the Ford Focus in your collection, here you go. As for going up a bit in terms of class, this is a Busch Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. And very nice model. Made in a variety of different colors. Rubber tires. And some of these, actually, they make with the plug-and-play lighting system, so they actually have headlights. This is not one of those. This is just the standard basic version. But a very nice model indeed. And the last vehicle I have, just kind of sitting in the background, you probably wouldn't even notice it, but because if you look right here, it's hardly noticeable. But back in the back is an old Pepsi Cola vending machine here. And I have an old, I shouldn't really say an old, it's a newer Menards Pepsi truck coming to refill the vending machine. It's kind of details like that that really you wouldn't really look for or point out. But it just adds that next level of realism and something to look for on the layout. Basic cab is an International Durastar that obviously is not labeled. This is a Menards product that they basically took the mold from the Walthers Scenemaster trucks and the Boley trucks back in the day from the Beveridge trucks. Same style casting. This is actually a metal piece. Cab is metal. Chassis is plastic. They made Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and I believe Budweiser. And if you go on eBay, they fetch a pretty ridiculous price, to be honest with you. But they aren't half bad models. So those are the vehicles. Obviously, I have some Woodland Scenics trees in the background to liven things up a little bit. And again, once this is on the layout, obviously you have, the road that's connected to everything. It makes it look pretty cool. As for the building itself, everything that you see here actually comes with it. So the tire, the dolly, probably this old barrel of used oil, I would presume is what this is, the tanks, the figurines, all of that actually comes with the set. Nothing is added onto it. Really, these Menards buildings, no matter which one you get, are phenomenal value for the money. And the fact that they're all pre-assembled, you just basically take it out of the, you buy it, take it out of the box, put it on your layout, you're good to go. It really is phenomenal value. And I'm going to unplug it here for just a moment. They're detailed on all four sides. Over here you have the restroom, again another figure, 3 other tanks. On the back here, these I really appreciate. If I had if I had the room and if I needed one more thing to collect, I am a fan of these older style advertisements and adverts. I always think these are super, super cool. So they have these. This is one of your plugs that you can plug it in. So if you have it up against something and you wanted to hide it, you can plug your AC cord in there. Or you can plug it in the bottom if you want to drill through your table and completely hide it. So you have 2 different options there. And as for the other side, again, you have Pennzoil, gas, saves gas, oil repairs, 100% pure Pennsylvania on that side. And again, the old Shell logo over here. So there you have it, collectors. Let me know down in the comment section below if you think that I should continue to do these style videos. I hope that you have been enjoying them. I know initially there was several of you that requested that I do these HO scale videos because you wanted to see some of the layout. Really, this is kind of the only way to do it, unfortunately. But I'm enjoying doing them. So once again, you let me know what you think of it. And we'll continue to kind of carry on and do these series here as time allows. As always, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take care, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.